Thanks so much for joining me for this video. So today's video is going to be for those of you that are not extremely good with airbrushing eyeshadow. So you may do the face, which is a little bit easier. Today's video is going to be on how to airbrush your eyeshadow for beginners. So for those of you that already know how to do the airbrush eyeshadow, stick around. You might find some tips that may help you on your everyday routine. And as you can see, my look is a little more defining the eye with a white lid and then darker on the crease area just to make my eyes appear a little bit bigger. I have some lashes going on, very sexy look. For those of you aspiring makeup artists, this will be perfect because airbrush makeup is in high demand, especially for all of the TV stars and anybody coming out in photos or video. This makeup is usually very camera friendly. So stick around, I'll show you all the steps on how to start airbrushing your eyeshadow. I want to start off with a clean lid, no primer or anything, and I'm using a 219 brush with a black eyeshadow to kind of give me a guideline of where I'm going to be placing my airbrush. Now this helps for beginners because you can kind of already have a guideline to guide you through it. So I'm just creating a very light crease and continue on with the other eye. Now that the guideline's done, I'm taking 2 drops of a dark brown color. I don't use a tissue anymore, but for beginners it's useful so you don't get your foundation with airbrush. So what you want to do is just take the brown color and place it on your guideline, and I'm using a very low PSI pressure, and I'm just gently placing this on my crease to define it and make it a little bit dark. So just lightly and with the low pressure. Remember, you have to practice a lot, so it doesn't mean that you have to put more pressure on your eyeshadow. The more pressure you put, the harder and more difficult it'll become. So using a very light pressure will create a very nice soft effect. Now you're just going back and forth and trying to make your eyes even. Remember, with airbrush you can actually mess up and just go back and cover it with a different color, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So right now I'm just pretty much defining and going back and forth between my eyes, and as you can see it's a very nice gradient look, and it's also very soft, so it will be long lasting if you do it properly, and it's just a beautiful effect. So now I'm taking a white eyeshadow color, and I'm going to just use 2 drops and set my airbrush at about 5 to 8 psi. Apply this on the lid area, and this will just create your eyes to pop a little bit more. You can add shimmer as well, but I like starting off with matte and then working my way up to the shimmers later on. So as you can see, I'm just going very lightly, and look at how nice and bright my eye looks. Continue on with the defining and the small detailing. Now to demonstrate an error, I'm going to be combining these 2 colors and kind of messing up what I have going on so that you can kind of see how you could fix it if you were to have an error going on. Okay, so I'm messing up my eyeshadow and the following steps will show you how to fix an error. Taking a black color, I will be applying this on the outer corners of my eyes. Now I will be applying this to the outer corners like I said, and this will help diminish any of the errors that I made. And as you can see, it's just very easy to correct any problems that you did with your airbrush, and this does happen a lot, especially in the beginning, so this is a great demonstration to show you exactly how it's done. I've already perfected this, so it just takes practice and a lot of it, so just be patient with it. And I'm just really happy to be able to show you all, especially for those of you aspiring makeup artists. This is a great tool to have when you're working on clients. I continue on with the blending, and I apply a little bit on the outer corners of my lower lid, and you can just go back and forth trying to fix your errors and not what, and with practice you'll just perfect this. Now I am adding a shimmer color as my highlight color just so that it gives that wow effect to my eyes. And you can kind of play around with this like I said, so see how beautiful that is. You can also use this as a highlight or to kind of make your body shimmery. And I am adding a little bit of shimmer on the white part of my eyeshadow. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this. Once I'm finished with the look, I like setting it with eyeshadow powder just so that it prolongs the stay of my airbrush. You can also use translucent powder, but I choose eyeshadow just so that I don't opaque my eyeshadow.